Hey guys, Mrs. Dalton here. We are going to go over today's study guide for tomorrow's test. Alrighty, get your pencils ready. Number 1, a rate that has a denominator of 1 is called a unit rate. Number 2, to multiply or divide two related quantities by the same number is called scale factor. Number 3, a comparison of two quantities is called a ratio. Number 4, an equation stating that two ratios or rates are equivalent is called proportions. And number 5, a ratio comparing two quantities with different units is called a rate. Number 6. All right. Number 6 says, what is the ratio of cars to trucks in parking lot A? So our words are going to be cars to trucks, and we're talking about lot A. So I just put a little note over here. So looking at the table, there are 37 cars in lot A, and there are 48 trucks in lot A, which gives us a ratio of 37 to 48. You cannot simplify, so that is your ratio. You can see it three different ways: as a fraction, with the two dots, or with the word to. Number 7. What is the ratio of cars to trucks in parking lot B? So again, our words are cars to trucks, and over here I wrote lot B. And from the table, there are 75 cars in lot B and 25 trucks in lot B. This ratio we can simplify, and we can simplify by using 25, divide by 25 top and bottom, and that will give you a ratio of 3 to 1 cars in lot B. Number 8. What is the ratio of cars to all vehicles? All right, now in this one, when they're talking about cars, they mean cars in both lots. So there are 37 cars in lot A and 75 cars in lot B. So together we have 112 cars in all. So cars is going to be our first word. And then we're comparing them to all vehicles. So we know that we have 112 cars because we just did that. But now we got to add up all the trucks. So we've got 25 trucks in lot B and 48 trucks in lot A, which gives us 73 trucks that we're going to add to the 112 cars for a total of 185 all vehicles. All right, so our ratio is going to be 112 to 185. And you can see it those two different ways. I didn't write the other one. You can actually put the word to, and that would be the same ratio. You cannot simplify this ratio. Trust me, my first period and I tried it. If you can, then oopsie doodle on my part. Number 9. Oops, just kidding. Let me back it up. Number 9 is down here. Number 9 says, what is the ratio of hearts to smiley faces? Okay, our words are hearts to smiley faces, and there are 1, 2, 3 hearts and 1, 2, 3, 4 smiley faces. So our ratio of hearts to smiley faces is 3 to 4. Don't need to simplify. All right, number 10. Number 10, if you look at the table, the title of the table says basketball tournament concession stand sales for 1 day, and on one side they give you the snack, and then on the other side they give you how many of that snack were sold. So number 10 says 65 hot dogs were sold at the concession stand on Saturday in 1 day for the middle school basketball tournament. How many hot dogs would be predicted to be bought for a tournament that lasts 3 days? Okay, so in this question we're talking about hot dogs, 2 days, and from the table they sold 65 hot dogs in 1 day. The question wants to know, based on this information, how many do you predict to be bought in 3 days? So we're going to put 3 over here in our new ratio, and you're going to multiply by 3 on the bottom and multiply by 3 on the top. There's my work. So in 3 days, it would be predicted to sell 195 hot dogs. Number 11. With the proportion, write the proportion that would be used to show the amount of hamburgers that would be predicted to be sold in 2 days. Well, again, we're going to look at our table, and they sold 20 hamburgers. Here's our words. Start with your words. We're comparing hamburgers to days. They sold 20 hamburgers in 1 day. and they want to know how many would you predict to sell in 2 days. So we're going to double it. We're going to multiply by 2 on the top and bottom. That's what makes them equivalent. And you're going to get 40 for your new numerator, which means they're going to sell, it would be predicted that they would sell 40 hamburgers in 2 days. All right, number 12 has 3 parts. The question says, the basketball tournament concession stand was open for 5 hours. Find the unit rate for each snack sold for 1 hour. Okay, so the table says that it was open for a day, and that means during that day it was open for 5 hours. So they want us to figure out how many of each snack we would sell in 1 hour. So the first one says hamburgers. So again, we've got hamburgers, but now we're comparing them to hours. So we sold 20 hamburgers in 5 hours. The question wants to know what's the unit rate? How many did they sell in 1 hour? So our new denominator is going to be 1 hour. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Divide on the bottom, divide on the top. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. So the unit rate would be 4 burgers sold per hour. Same thing with hot dogs. We're comparing hot dogs to hours. And from the table, they sold 65 hot dogs in 5 hours. We want to find the unit rate. So we're looking for how many were sold in 1 hour. So we're going to divide by 5 on the bottom and the top again. And we're going to get 13. There's my work. So in 1 hour, they sold 13 hot dogs. And the last one, pizza. We've got pizza to hours again. They sold 100 pizzas in 5 hours. They want to know how many pizzas were sold in 1 hour. So you're going to divide by 5 again on the bottom and the top. And you will get 20. And that means that they sold 20 pizzas per hour, per 1 hour. That's what per means. All right, flip over to the back. Number 13. Mr. Rutherford has 32 students in his homeroom class. If 17 of the students are boys, what is the ratio of girls to all the students in the class? Okay, so based on what we've been given in the question, we've got 32 students in all. We know that there are 17 boys, excuse me, so now we need to figure out how many girls there are. Well, since we know the total and we know that 17 of them are boys, we're going to subtract right over here. 32 minus 17, borrow, and you'll get 15, so that means 15 girls. Now, let's set up our ratio. They want the ratio of girls to all students, so we're going to set up 15 girls and 13 students. Sorry, not 13, 32 students, okay? So remember yesterday, or the day before, you write your words first, and then you match your numbers to your words. And again, this ratio cannot be simplified, but it looks, you can see it 3 different ways. You got 15 over 32, 15 to 32, or 15 with the word to 32. Those are all 3 different ways you can see that ratio. All right, number 14. The ratio of beige tiles to brown tiles is 4 to 9. If there are 28 beige tiles, how many brown tiles would there be? Okay, so let's start with our words. We're comparing beige to brown with a ratio of 4 to 9. And then they're telling us if there were 28 beige, so you're going to put 28 in the numerator because that's where beige is. And you know that 4 times 7 is 28. And so multiply the bottom by 7 also, so 9 times 7 is 63. So the answer is going to be 63 brown tiles. And last one, number 15. A summer camp has a counselor to camper ratio of 1 to 6. Okay, so a counselor to camper ratio is 1 to 6. Now, counselors are usually the parents or the adults or the teachers, and the campers are the kids. The ratio of 1 to 6. If there are 504 kids outside for a field day activity, how many counselors should be supervising? Okay, so we're going to put the 504 in our new ratio on the bottom because that's where the campers or the kids go. So I don't know my 6s all the way up to 504, so I'm going to come over here and divide. 6 does not go into 5, 6 goes into 50, 8 times 6 is 48, subtract. 2, bring down the 4, 6 goes into 24 4 times, bammo, 84 times 6 will give you 504. So multiply the bottom, multiply the top. 1 times 84 is 84. So that means there will need to be 84 counselors supervising. All right, there it is. Hopefully, if you had your study guide, you've got everything filled in and you copied all of the work, because it's the work we're looking for, not the answers. And if you didn't have your study guide, hopefully you wrote these answers down in your journal or on a separate piece of paper or something so that you can study tonight for tomorrow's test. Alrighty, good luck and we'll see you tomorrow.